Hi, I'm Beth Berghan. I'm a life and business success coach and a leadership consultant. Have you ever noticed how often your mind actually tricks you? I sure have, and this is one question that my coaching clients and I work on all the time with them. Because what actually happens is that our beliefs inform our attitudes, which inform our behaviors, which then show up in terms of our results. So what can we do to get a hold of or to manage the way that our mind tricks us? One of the things that happens with our brain is that our brain will automatically attach a meaning to something that it thinks will keep us safe, or that it thinks fills the void in. So it's important that if your mind is jumping all over the place and your mind is tricking you, that what you do is come up with a hypothesis so you can test to see whether there is any evidence attached to this new belief. So how can you actually examine this evidence? Well, if what you do is come up with this hypothesis and then you look to test it, then that will lead you there. Let's give a go at doing that. Let's suggest that what happens is that you jump to the conclusion when your boss walks straight past you that they must be unhappy with you and that they're probably going to fire you. You could think that that is the meaning that's attached to their behavior, and that would then inform some thinking, some attitudes, and potentially some actions on your part. So let's examine the evidence. The first thing that you might ask is, but what happened to make me believe this? Ask yourself that. What happened to make you believe this? The second thing is, what was the boss doing at the time when they just bolted past you? Perhaps they were seriously focused on something else and they didn't even see you. The third question to ask yourself is, when was the last time I interacted with my boss, and what kind of frame of mind or what kind of communication did we actually have then? It's likely that it was a pretty positive interaction. The next thing to ask yourself is, what was the reason for that positive interaction? Or what was the reason for whatever that last interaction was? So that you're starting to build up a picture here now of evidence to determine whether what your current belief is true or not. Because what we want to do is make sure our mind isn't playing a trick on us. So the final question for you to be asking yourself is this. Coming back to our example, which is the boss rushed past me without speaking to me, so perhaps they're going to fire me. The next thing to be asking yourself, or the final thing, is this one. Has anybody ever actually been fired on the spot because the boss just ran straight past them and didn't connect with them? The answer to that is probably no. So there you have it, a bit of a step a bit of a process that steps you through checking to see, examining the evidence and checking to see whether the meaning you're attached to an event is actually real or if it's just your imagination. Make sure that what you do is use this process so that you can start to show your mind that this is where you would like it to be focused instead of allowing it to trick you. If you'd like to have some more conversation with me about this, click on the link below. We'll connect and see if we match. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye now.